Well, the United Nations says the humanitarian situation in the Central African Republic is worsening and the country risks sliding into what he termed ethnic religious cleansing. Ghost-like villages lie in ruins and ashes near Boi in the northwest CAR, where thousands have fled the fighting between the anti-Balaka and the Seleka militias to avoid the violence. Muslims and Christians have both taken refuge at a church in Boi. Food shortages and a lack of access to basic services means that thousands of children are expected to suffer from severe and moderate acute malnutrition this year. UNICEF coordinator describes the situation. Well, we don't have him talking there, but now we're being joined via phone from Bangui by in CAR, by Albert Camares, who is a humanitarian affairs advisor with the Doctors Without Borders. Mr. Camares, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Please, if you can, just describe for us as much as you can the current situation in the camps where you are operating right now in CAR.
The situation, we can distinguish between the situation in Bangui and beyond the capital. The situation is quite exasperating. It's quite, we are quite worried on the situation because it's been lasting for more than 2 months now. One of the main problems is the problems of access and the lack of protection of the population. As Doctors Without Borders and Sans Frontières have been claiming for the last press releases, that it's one of the main issues. And the fact of the long-term displacement of that population is coming to big humanitarian needs that has not been fulfilled for the humanitarian community, as we have also been claiming for that. The population needs shelter, needs food, and it's a bigger maintenance system, starting, as I said, for the protection per se.
Yes, now you have two issues here. There's the security aspect and also the supplies that you need. What is impeding this from getting there? What is preventing the soldiers from the peacekeeping force to come there? And why are you not getting enough supplies?
There's these several ways of violent clashes that are coming in Bangui, and also for the access either to the displaced camps, but also to the main commercial roads. We have been seeing scenes of blocking of many trucks coming from Cameroon of humanitarian aid that's been blocked due to the insecurity, but also to the lack of access to several issues. Now we have been seeing it in the issue of PK3, in the outskirts of the capital of Bangui, where there's a pocket of population who has not any humanitarian access at all. But we have been witnessing previously, even in the famous, unfortunately famous IDP campsite in near the airport in Mpoko, where the humanitarian needs are exasperating and the levels of tension and violence are still quite present, with random violent episodes that come every week.
What do you think must be done by the international community right now, urgently?
We have been hearing for months and months that bigger efforts need to be done, that the bigger efforts will be done, but it's time to act. It's not only time to promise, to see that further issues will be done. It's time to fulfill the protection of population it's needed, but also to scale up the humanitarian presence, not only in Bangui, but even in all regions that we have been claiming for several times. It's time to act. It's not only time to analyze what's wrong, what are the gaps to be done. It's time to fulfill the necessities of the Central African population.
Very well put. Mr. Camares, thank you very much. Now, Albert Camares is the Humanitarian Affairs Advisor for Doctors Without Borders.